It's been a long time, guys, since I've actually been able to talk about new stocks on this channel. With all the chaos that's been going on with all the stocks that we cover, there's been a lot of news, so I've kind of neglected this side of things. So I am absolutely delighted on this Saturday day to be bringing you two, not one, but two big time stocks that are going to go to the friggin' moon. So if you're excited and you want to hear about them, continue to listen. What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale, and I hope, of course, you are all well. No football this weekend, guys, so I'm supporting my Ajax top. Not that I support them, but this looks sexy, guys, so that's why I'm wearing this treat. It's a couple of years old, but it still brings me great value. So I'm wearing that treat, not what the video is about today. The video is about two bangers, and because there's no football on, I thought I'd do another video and give it to you. These two guys are in the space. We've talked about them in different areas of the channel, but they are in the similar space that we're talking about, sustainable energy. It's about buying stocks, holding long. I'll share my Go Green playlist, which has all these sort of environmental friendly, sustainable stocks, doing things a bit different, guys. And within that, you will have Bitcoin miners such as Argo Blockchain, who are going to not only be carbon neutral, they're going one step further, they're going to be climate positive, they're actually giving something back, guys. We've got them in the mix. We have a load of mining stocks that are dealing with lithium, extracting cleaner processes, the battery recycling and the American battery metals at the other end of it. So when the whole life cycle's done, how are we going to recycle these batteries? We've looked into that. We've got Tesla for the here and now and the future, which is the whole EV, your power, your solar, all of that good stuff going forward. We've talked about solar and the capacities of that on the channel. We're kind of covering all the bases. We're going really heavy into this sector, and these two stocks today are going to be no different. These two stocks are sort of the infrastructure that's on the roads. Now, we know about the infrastructure builds. We've talked about it till death on this channel, and that looks very, very close to being completed, and the kind of money that's going to be through at these types of things. These two stocks are going to benefit massively from it. Everyone knows my situation. As of last week, I had 2/3 of my money out, anticipating, telling, warning signs, everything about it, guys. The big pullback that we were looking for has happened. Now, it could be worse. I've done a video, I'll share the link. Stock market, be wary. There is a lot more gaping to come, but historically speaking, bear in mind, historically speaking, previous results, not an indicator of future growth and all that. But historically speaking, the end of October is usually the lowest point of the year, and we usually get a good solid bounce in towards the new year. So you're going to have to err on the side of caution still keep maybe a good bit of cash on the side, but we're not being fearful. First on the list is Plug Power. From the peak, guys, 26th of January until now, you have a 68% drop. Slick little website. Go on, you must do, of course, your own due diligence. I am assuming you know what Plug Power are about. They do fuel cell power, hydrogen, pretty much they get the vehicles pumped, guys, get them going, supply power for EV, and that's the space that we're really looking to get into, is the electric vehicles. The infrastructure bill is going to be massive to get the infrastructure for all of these vehicles on the road. Hydrogen fuel, guys, fuel cell power, not only are they doing for vehicles, they also do the storage and stuff like that. So we're not going to go into it too much because it's not the purpose of this video. I'm assuming you know about Plug Power, do your own due diligence, but this is the infrastructure. This is the part of the package that we don't really have in our Go Green playlist. But the reason we're striking now is because of the pullback and because of this. Go on, type in Plug Power, just type in Plug Power into Google, and what you will see in the news section is Plug Power gets an upgrade from a bear. Plug Power unveils plans for electrolyzer fuel cell gigafactory in South Korea as part of a new joint venture 2 days ago. Is Plug Power ready to break out after being pinched between support and resistance? Plug Power stock rises, Barclays sees longer opportunity. So we'll click on this one, read this. Barclays analyst upgraded the hydrogen fuel cell technology company to equal weight from underweight. He said that the research note that the company's analyst day on October 14th, which is coming up this week, guys, get it in the calendar, it's coming up. So we're buying this on Monday and we're going to see what happens. Could reasonably ignite some momentum and drive the shares toward a new baseline for the next 6 to 12 months, or at least set highs of 20s on the floor share price. Plug is one of the few renewable energy companies that offers an alternative to the mainstream alternatives. You can perceive an eagerness from the investors of Plug to simply demonstrate material bookings growth in the electrolyzer segment. The bar is not set too high here, and underlying fundamentals will prove less critical into the event. So it's had its pullback, it's had it dried, people have forgot about it, it's been pumped to death, it's dropped, and we are now going to be investing in this. CNN Business, guys, stock prediction forecast, okay? Year to date, 20% down. We've looked at the graphs, you can see it's had a tanking. What are the analysts saying? 16 analysts are saying buy, 1 saying outperform, 8 saying hold, nobody is saying sell or get rid, guys. High price of $78, which shows 187% upside. median is 40% upside, but the average consensus is 39.81 median upside. So look, we're not getting in at the high prices. We're getting in at a nice low risk price. We'll do the usual strategy. We'll phase in the money, not get too risky. The market uncertainty. I've got nothing left. Not going to go Ian Beale style and plug power. The reason being is because the next stock we're talking about, it's the exact same thing pretty much. We are going to go with ChargePoint. Go in, do your own due diligence, get an understanding which company you maybe prefer. But for me, to spread the risk, we're loading up on two. Just like what we've done with the miners. We've got many miners, we've got many EV plays, your Teslas, your Lucid. We've got all these different plays. You don't want to just Ian Beale one company, because that way you're doing the risk. We go into the sector, load up on the sector. That way if one goes down, the other one pulls it up. If one doesn't work out, the other one works out. You're spreading the risk. ChargePoint, again, go in, news, type it up. ChargePoint, I'm buying the dip on the most oversold EV charging station 8 hours ago. ChargePoint stock remains poised to surge over the long term. ChargePoint stock is priced wrong and will correct upwards. Down 55% from its highs. This hyper growth stock is too cheap to ignore. So on and so forth. Let's have a look at the analysis. CNN Business again saying there is a, on the median price, 95.55%, nearly 100%, double your money situation going on with the ChargePoint holdings. The highest point with 150% median, as I said, 95.5, and then we have a low of 30%. 30%, you take that all day and twice on Sundays. 8 analysts saying buy, 4 saying hold, none saying sell. Now ChargePoint has had highs previously, slightly before January, like the last one. It was more in December it had its highs, but if you strip it right down, we are at the lows that you're getting this at a year low. You have to go back as far as the 20th of December to find the highs. With your own eyes there, guys, 64% almost drop in price. So you've got all that right up. Now, this was a crazy time. We found out on the channel, every stock sort of around January, it's really blew down. A lot of these stocks that we've invested in, unfortunately, have been sacrificed to that. But we're getting in with these ones at the right time. So on Monday, I'm buying ChargePoint and I am buying PlugPoint. I'm going to spread money in. Wee bit more money initially in PlugPoint because of that catalyst that we talked about coming up this week. But I'm buying these and the intentions will be long hold. Of course, if it goes up the way any of those analysis we're talking about, we'll talk about stripping profits and that there. But these are added onto the list, a part of all the different stocks. I bought a lot of stocks this week, but I haven't invested in these yet, and I'm doing that first thing Monday. Boom, straight in. So I'd love to get your thoughts. Is this a good one to be adding into the portfolio? Do you think that this is a massive point of it? To me, it makes complete sense. You need something to keep that car going, and that is where these kind of plays come in. So they're the two choices. There is other ones in the space, and they're all of similar pattern. Don't get me wrong. Again, do your due diligence, check them out. But for me, ChargePoint, PlugPower, they're the names that I like, and I've been keeping an eye on. 10 months in the making. Come Monday, we're going in. If you have found this video informative, please like, subscribe, hit the alert button, do all of that good stuff. Love the channel and love your coverage of ARB, Argo Blockchain. Thanks, Paul, for that from London. Really appreciate you buying me a coffee last week. For anybody else that's interested in doing that, the links are down below. Also, I've got a Coinbase link down there, which you'll get about £8 worth of Bitcoin for signing up. So that's the video. Hope you found it informative. Leave your comments down below, and I'll catch you again soon, guys. Peace.
Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.